The world's second largest cryptocurrency after Bitcoin in terms of market capitalization, Ethereum has attracted plenty of attention around the world. As awareness of the coin grows, speculation around its potential increases along with it. So we asked our panel of 42 cryptocurrency experts what's in store for the coin. Ethereum price predictions for 2021. The price of Ethereum is expected to be at $4,596 per ETH by December 31, 2021. According to the average forecast from 27 out of 42 experts on Finder's panel who gave their price predictions. This value is 240% higher than the panel's end of 2021 prediction back in December 2020, but about the same as its end of 2021 prediction in April this year. Allnode's CEO and founder Konstantin Boyko Romanovsky gives an above-average EOY prediction of $5,000 and says ETH's move to a proof-of-stake model is just one driver behind the coin's price. Upgrading to a deflationary type of asset. Level 2 networks. Institutional adoption, mass utilization, DeFi and dApp's continuous development and rise are all contributing factors to Ethereum's future price appreciation, he says. University of Saskatchewan PhD candidate Ajay Shrestha says ETH will be worth $3,500 by the end of 2021, claiming the success of the ETH depends upon how well the ETH community proposes and accepts the scalability solutions. The ETH community seems to be the most active of all, and that surely aids in the continuous development further along the road. He continues. Ethereum price predictions for 2025 and 2030. While ETH is expected to increase only slightly this year, the panel is far more bullish on its medium and long-term forecasts. By December 2025, panelists predict that the price of Ethereum will go up to $17,810. Almost 4 times the expected valuation for the end of 2021. By December 2030, the price of ETH is expected to skyrocket to $71,763 per ETH. However, this prediction is skewed by outliers. When we look at the median prediction, the forecast price of ETH by 2030 drops to $20,000. Trade the Chain co-founder Ryan Gorman is among the most bullish on the long-term future of ETH and predicts the coin will be priced at $100,000 by December 2030. According to Gorman, rapid growth is in the cards for ETH. DeFi projects and other applications we have not yet even considered will continue to be built on the Ethereum blockchain and see rapid growth. This will, in turn, lead to ETH eventually overtaking Bitcoin as the world's most valuable crypto asset. On the flip side, Deckard International Operations lead Jonathan Zepatini predicts that ETH will grow from $2,500 EOY to $10,000 by December 2025, before plummeting to just $100 per ETH by December 2030. While medium term it would not surprise me if Ethereum outperformed the market, the current uses of ETH such as ICOs, NFTs and DeFi are mostly novelties that are unlikely to be the types of killer apps that are needed to bring smart contracts mainstream, he says. It seems doubtful that Ethereum will be able to maintain its first-mover advantage here. In fact, it's debatable that these types of applications even need to interact with the base layer of a blockchain. The flippening, when will ETH overtake BTC by market cap? The event when ETH overtakes BTC as the biggest currency by market cap is on the horizon, according to the majority of Finder's panel. Not only that, but 58% of panelists say the flippening could happen within the next 5 years. Real Fever head of blockchain Pedro Febrero is the one panelist who believes it could happen as soon as this year. But he doesn't think it will be permanent. The flippening will happen, although momentarily, he says, adding, just like other altcoins will flip ETH. Token Metrics senior cryptocurrency investment analyst Forrest Zibis believes ETH will surpass BTC's market cap next year, as ETH's move to POS will turn it into a better store of value. Ethereum's move to proof-of-stake later this year or early 2022 will result in Ethereum's supply becoming deflationary and will be equivalent to multiple Bitcoin halvings in terms of supply restriction. Zibis explains. This will make it a better store of value than Bitcoin, in addition to all the utility it provides that Bitcoin does not have. University of Western Australia Associate Professor of Finance Lee Smales says the usefulness of ETH will inevitably lead to it surpassing BTC's market cap. Fundamentally, Ethereum is more useful and so has greater utility than Bitcoin. Ultimately, this should lead to its value exceeding that of Bitcoin. An additional 10% of the panel think it may take longer until the flippening happens, potentially not until 2040, and beyond. However, a third of the panelists, including Trade the Chain research analyst Nicholas Mancini, don't think the market cap of Ethereum will ever surpass BTC's. We believe Bitcoin will always reign king, but Ethereum will continue to grow market share until Bitcoin's next major market cycle to 9 figures and higher, Mancini says. Bance Capital CEO John Iadluko agrees that ETH's market cap will never exceed that of BTC's. Ethereum will most likely eventually become more widely transacted than Bitcoin, but I do not see any scenario where Ethereum becomes worth more than Bitcoin. When will ETH be more widely transacted than BTC? Not only is ETH expected to be the biggest currency by market cap, but it is also set to be more widely transacted than Bitcoin, according to the overwhelming majority of Finders panel. Over a third of panelists say ETH will become more widely transacted within the year. 10% say this will happen by 2022, and a further 8% say it won't be until 2030. However, a small minority think otherwise and believe that ETH will never be more widely transacted than BTC. CoinSmart CEO Justin Hartzman thinks ETH will be more heavily transacted than BTC before it exceeds BTC by market cap, if that ever happens. I am not sure about whether Ethereum will flip Bitcoin, but it will definitely be more widely transacted, says Hartzman. People don't like transacting with BTC, since it's more of a store of value. Ethereum, on the other hand, has built a full-on multi-billion-dollar ecosystem, so the frequency of ETH transactions is definitely going to be a lot more. CoinFlip founder and chief advisor Daniel Polotsky predicts that ETH will be widely transacted by 2030 and says it all boils down to whether ETH will have the same storage and trust found in BTC. If the Ethereum blockchain is trusted, used frequently by hodlers, and has a killer dApp ecosystem, then not only does it make Bitcoin somewhat redundant, but it also can do a whole lot of things that Bitcoin can't. Thomson Reuters technologist and futurist Joseph Raksinski thinks ETH will inevitably be more widely transacted than BTC, as it presents far more use cases than the latter. Since Ethereum is an ecosystem of both money and asset ownership, i.e., a platform for the world's interactions of everything of value, it will naturally have far more transactions very soon, says Raksinski. Does proof of stake give ETH an edge over BTC? With Ethereum poised to out-transact and out-market cap Bitcoin, we also asked about the fundamental differences in Ethereum's network that could give it an edge over Bitcoin. Some 71% of panelists say Ethereum moving to a proof-of-stake model will give it an edge on Bitcoin. Nearly a quarter of panelists believe POS will give ETH a big edge against BTC, a third say it will be a moderate edge, and a tenth say it will only be a marginal edge. However, nearly a quarter say POS will not give ETH any edge, while 5% remain uncertain. It's interesting to note that while most panelists think ETH will have an edge on BTC due to POS, the majority of the panel doesn't think BTC should move to a POS model either.